I don't know why you perceive me as such a major threat, but you know, I'll take it. But they're Streisanding me into oblivion currently. What is this, true and real?
Today's top story. Hasan Piker. Hasan Piker is the worst kind of racist. Anti-white. Hasan Piker makes me uncomfortable about my sexuality. Hasan Piker is Chinese? Mao Zedong. Armenian genocide. He's anti he's sexist, which is like I think, which is bad now. He paints his nails. What's that, like fucking gay? A little Chinese for him, Hasan. It's me, Fox News, and I really sincerely care about the direction of. I'm so sincere in my care for. I would never call Democrats bad if not for Hasan. Bah! Hasan Piker kind of sounds like Osama bin Laden, if you like. Hasan bin Laden. Hasan Peter Parker, Spider-Man. Today's top story.
I mean, I wish this was a joke. It's not. I wish this was a fucking joke. I never thought that like whole ass adults would behave in the same way as like internet drama slop tubers who are right-wing in their politics, but at least have the decency not to reveal that. So they'll just do like drama slop and it's algorithm backed. It's crazy. Jay Caspian Kang says, if an alien came down to Earth and you explained football and politics to them and then showed them this site, they would assume Diana Rossini was the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys and Hasan Piker was the president of the United States. At some point, the media has to get a little bit less self-obsessed. Everything can't be a media narrative when media is dying, you know? There's a world out there. I know. They banned politics from LSF, so they had to outsource the mainstream news. It's just... It doesn't even work, so I don't even know why they're fucking doing it. Like, there is no real goal here, unless you're trying to get me killed, you know, at which point, I guess that's it. I guess that's the only goal that I can identify here with what all of these articles are supposed to do, because, like, this kind of drama isn't necessarily a bad thing. There's a lot of negative polarization that has already taken place with mainstream outlets in general. So... It's not going to work as far as like getting people to be like, wow, I really fucking hate this guy who says billionaires are responsible for the issues that we're experiencing, instead of what? Oh wow, I really hate this guy who said Israel is evil. I certainly didn't think that way. Or better yet, I did think that way. I did. I used to think that way. But now that you said this guy is bad for thinking that way, I no longer think that way. I think Israel's good now. It should get all of our tax dollars, as a matter of fact. You know? You're being Corbyned. I know, but it doesn't work because Corbynism, like the Corbynization only works if the environment has like positive opinions about Israel in general, associates any kind of criticism of Israel with anti-Semitism. Corbynism only works in 2016, 2017, 2018, maybe even in 2022. Corbynism doesn't, you can't Corbynify someone. You can't Corbynize someone in 2026. It doesn't fucking work that way. It literally only ends up boosting their fucking profile. Also, here's the other part of the story. I'm not running for office. I'm not running for office. I'm a fucking Twitch streamer. Oh my God. It's unbelievable. These motherfuckers are making it seem like I'm not only running for office, I'm already the president of the Democratic Party, okay? There's a shadow presidency here. And it's me. I'm running the show. I'm running the Democratic Party. I'm the real president of the country. The shadow president. You were my write-in? Okay, I got one vote, dude. I got one write-in vote. One. That's it. million more to go.
It can be just one voice and have be a voice of reason and standing with the things that all Democrats should, like secure a border, deport all the criminals, stand with Israel, critical ally. And now remind everybody, every single Democrat has said, you know, Iran can never have a nuclear bomb. Here we are now, we're at the cusp. Why are we able to just walk away from that? A lot of Democrats, you know, like, well, that could be a win for Netanyahu or Trump. So like I'm proud to be on the right side. And now I know that's very, very, very toxic as a Democrat to do that. That shouldn't have been toxic for a Democrat. In fact, that used to be a lot of things that our Democrats happen to believe.
Yeah, I think you have a key attribute in politics that is hard to find. It's authenticity. I encourage everyone to read that piece by Selena Zito. I enjoyed reading about how you enjoy a hot dog, your big glass of water, your cucumbers, and I even saw in Braddock someone has a flag that says Fetterman for president. So I look forward to following your career, Senator Fetterman.
Be sure to like it.
Oh my God. Oh, here we fucking go. All right. The world's, I mean, the greatest name in late night comedy, okay? The best name in late night comedy, Greg Buttfelt. Okay? Apparently, in this one, the Buttster, the Buttmeister himself, actually talks about potentially coming to my house and testing out my locks, he says, which is incredible.
Stupid, pampered douchebags defend looting.
Would you steal from Whole Foods?
You want to go first?
Yes, and I have under very specific circumstances. I think that
I feel so bad for Gia, bro, because like she just got caught in the fucking crossfire. No one, and I mean no one, experiences this level of scrutiny, this level of heightened scrutiny. When I say that, I mean it sincerely. Like I know in this community, we catch this stuff all the time. So you're like, you are aware of how insane people get. But the average person, even if they have a profile, even if they have like, because Gia is a writer, right? So she has like somewhat of a profile in mainstream media. She's gotten mainstream attention before. She has never received this level of hatred. She has never received this level of hatred before, just by virtue of sitting across from me on a New York Times podcast. I feel so fucking bad.
stealing from a big box store. I'll just state my platform. It's neither very significant as a moral wrong, nor is it significant in any way as protest or direct action. But I did steal from Whole Foods on several occasions.
I'm pro stealing from big corporations because, you know, they steal quite a bit more from their own workers.
But what about the argument that if everyone just starts stealing wantonly from these self-checkout machines, Whole Foods will eventually raise the prices?
Yeah, chaos, full chaos. Let's go.
Yeah, that's a great answer. Great answer. Corporations don't have locks on their doors. I bet those people do. And I would like to check on that and see if they do dig in. What do you make of this micro looting from these flippant, like, trust fund babies? I think all of them there are well off.
I want to talk about the twit chick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yo, that shit is fire, bro. Yo, I love laughter. I love comedy.
showing up at her Brooklyn townhouse with my Sawzall, and I'm cutting a portal right in her front door.
It is true that I challenged Hasan to a debate years ago. I did it publicly on my podcast. This is verifiable. Yeah, I didn't see it, Dave. The fuck? I don't remember this at all. It is also true that Hasan much more recently sent me a message, giving me props, and I didn't respond. There's zero contradiction here. Now stop stealing. I'm so confused. This motherfucker's like doing drama with me, and I don't even have any beef with him. It's so strange. Dave Smith lying on Hasan. Comic Dave Smith says he challenged Hasan the Hun to a debate a few times, and Hasan just ended up running. Hasan claims that not to be true, citing a DM he sent Dave Smith giving him props, and Dave never responded to it. he's like, it's weird because like, I guess he's shadow boxing me, but also it's not even a fight. Like, I want to have a tickle party and this motherfucker shadow boxing me instead. And I didn't even know he was shadow boxing me. So why is he coming out like this? It's very strange. Very strange behavior. Bro has been talking to someone completely random, pretending to be you. Yeah, maybe he's talking to one of those like bots who was like, Dave Smith, do you want to see my titties? Dave Smith, I'm Hasan Piker. Please click on crypto wallet and I will do debate with you. I'm Hasan Piker. Do you want to see my titties? Please click on crypto wallet link. Ooh, I'm horny for debate, Dave Smith. He saw your actual DM, though, so he had a chance to challenge you by responding to your DM, and he did it? Yeah, I'm so confused by all of this. You know you can respond to me via DM, right? I don't know what this one-sided shadow boxing thing you're doing is. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about, man. Good faith question. I'm not in the podcast sphere, but I'm a fan of yours. Is it fair to say you challenged him to debate publicly on your podcast, but he wasn't interested? Is it possible he wasn't aware of the challenge? Great shows this week. See you in Louisville soon. Yes, that's all possible, and thank you. So you said on your podcast to debate you, he responds and you run. Am I getting this wrong? You sure are. No, I didn't know that he was challenging me to a debate. What the fuck is going on here? Why are his fans like twisting themselves into a goddamn pretzel to be like, Dave, we really like you, but this sounds kind of strange. Why are you openly admitting that he DM'd you and you never respond? If you wanted to debate him, why don't you fucking debate him then? Yeah, I'm sorry. I wasn't watching the latest fucking Dave Smith podcast, you know? I don't watch the Dave Smith podcast. I have seen Dave Smith appearances. Mostly around the issue of Israel, which I gave him props for, ironically enough. He's trying to get up off a crumb of your clout in the current media scrum. I know, but it's so dumb to do that in this way. I know he has to like position himself as this like independent thinker on the right. And obviously if you're anywhere ostensibly on the right, you have to say Hasan sucks. I get that. But you could just as easily be like, I'm a free thinker. Okay. I'm a free thinker. And as a free thinker, I will have a normal conversation with Hasan or something. I don't know. Bro, respond to why you haven't replied to the challenge to you. I did outside my house in the rainstorm last night. Bro, respond to why you haven't replied replied to my challenge to you I did outside of my own house in the rainstorm last night. I know I yelled loud enough for you to hear me over the wind. Why are you so scared? Yeah. Respond to me. I issued a challenge to you in my living room yesterday. I know you might not have heard it. I am 4,000 miles away from you right now. And I was speaking to a group of friends. And I said, I would destroy this guy in the marketplace of ideas. And you didn't fucking reply. You must be a pussy. I don't know why he's still going on with this. Like, I don't know what the fuck this is about. Like, I don't remember this at all. Yes, you do. Okay. I don't recall. Like, I do not recall this at all. But also, why would he just not respond to my DM then? To be like, hey, let's have a fucking debate about some of our disagreements or something. You know what I mean? It just like doesn't make any sense. The problem with a lot of these people is they know a lot of the manufactured outrage around me when I don't know anything about their worldview at all. So they could just like totally get away in a conversation that we have. They could just totally get away by lying, right? They could just make it seem like they don't believe certain things, or they can make it seem like they've never actually took on certain positions. So they already have that tremendous advantage. Anyone I talk to, they have a laundry list of things that they can pull, that they can lean into to not have a productive conversation, but instead one that is like shit smearing, right? They can just be like, you did this, you did this, you did this. And then it's all, it's just me turning around and being like, that's not true. This is what happened instead, right? So they already have this massive advantage. Why not accept this debate challenge now? What do you mean? I'm saying we can do it. What? Hello? Ball's in his court, buddy. What the fuck are you talking about? I just said, we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. Check Hoscord Comrade Board stat. What happened? What is going on? Oh, here we go. What is it? Where the fuck is Comrade Board? I don't even know where it is. Oh. You're fucking such a liar, dude. Get the fuck out of here. Did he DM HasanAbi Productions? Is that what it is? No, he's lying, right? He's lying. There's no shot. Because HasanAbi Productions would have fucking informed us. He is 100%. He's 100% trying to fucking farm. He is trying to farm Comrade Board points. He's trying to farm smugs. I don't even know if people do smugs anymore. It doesn't seem like it. Yeah, he's trying to farm get W's and sobs on the Comrade Board. And you guys are giving it to him. You guys are giving it to him. Don't give him what he wants.
And I'm going in because I did look up who she's married to. And I'm going to go in and I'm just going to take some of her children's juice boxes every now and then. And I will.
Dude, what's wrong with these people? Bro, Republicans are so strange. Like, you'll be like, hey, the real problem is the systematic looting that takes place against the working class in this country. So I don't give a shit if like a poor person is stealing a loaf of bread from Whole Foods. Who gives a fuck, right? And they go, oh yeah? Well, I'm going to rape and kill you. I'm going to come to your house with a gun and I'm going to murder you. I'm going to steal your shit. I'm going to fucking kill you dead with a gun. I'm going to shoot you in front of your family. I'm going to horrify everybody. It's like, what are you saying? What are you saying? This is not how normal conversations take place. This is not like owning someone in the fucking marketplace of ideas. Why are you so fucking deranged? Why? Why are you so deranged, dude? She literally said, I'm going to steal your children's juice boxes, bro. Are you fucking all right? Is your brain okay? What the fuck's going on? Yeah, moral panic about people with zero societal power shoplifting at Whole Foods while billionaires and corporations raise human civilization into the ground amid U.S.-funded genocide. Like, are you not embarrassed? No. I don't give a fuck about shoplifting because it doesn't harm anyone. Wealth hoarding and the commodification of basic human needs harms unsaid numbers of people and is actively violent, but is seen as acceptable behavior because punching down is the system at work while punching up is a crime, which is ironically the point I was making as well. What a fucking crazy world we live in. What's worse is that there are a lot of people, I think, that have that conservative demon in their minds, right? There's a lot of wonderful people in general, all around the world, people that you know, people that you might even love, who hear this and go, you know what, that's a fine point. There is this attitude that some Americans have, I call it peasant mentality, right? Where they're like, oh no, I will defend the systems unconditionally. I'm its most loyal servant. I'm its most loyal vanguard. I am the vanguard that will defend the billionaires and the millionaires and the big corporations, even when they steal from me, even when they fuck me over, even when they poison my water supply. I don't give a shit. I'll defend it. And it doesn't make sense. I don't understand it, dude. Just like think. When someone tries to explain to you that like the reason why you feel the economic struggle on a day-to-day basis is because This system is designed this way. The system is designed in a way where it fucks you over. And it also it's also designed in a way where you never think about it. The moment of thinking about it shouldn't be met with immediate resistance to be like, no! How dare you say this system is designed in a way that fucks me over? I think it's the immigrants. Excuse me. I think it is the immigrants, actually. It's not the billionaires and the mega corporations. They would never harm me. They're good.
Show back up with my reciprocating saw just after you've had your door fixed. Because that's what they're talking about.
Yeah.
And people who work in retail or who have to work jobs when they're teenagers actually understand the downside of theft, because if you work in a store that has too much shrink, your store gets closed.
Yes.
If it's a chain, and people lose their job.
And they're always in like neighborhoods that actually needed the drugstores.
Right.
Those are the ones that close. Those don't know that. Excuse my language. Kennedy. I want to point to another elitist lefty douche. She's the lead singer of The Strokes, Julian Casablancas. Remember, his dad was like,
King of late night comedy, baby. He's real mad. Julian Casablancas. I hate that guy. Why? Because he said American Zionists are constantly portraying themselves as fucking victims while they're actively trying to defend a genocide when the real victims are the Palestinians. Okay? American Zionists present themselves as victims, and not only just victims, but also they present themselves as victims akin to black people living under slavery, while their ultimate goal is to defend the state of Israel when the real victims are the Palestinians. That's what he said. It was incredible.
John Casablancas.
Yes. Wasn't he charged with like rape and stuff? He was a really bad perv anyway. We won't talk about.
You're Greg Buttfeld. What are you talking about? You've dedicated. First of all, I have no idea what the fuck happened with Julian Casablancas, whatever. You're Greg Buttfeld. You're Mr. Me Too is fake. What are you talking about? The president that you defend is a rapist. The guy who threatened you got banned. Now he's definitely going to try and kill me. I mean, even the fact that he goes rape and stuff, the fact that he says rape and stuff undermines the argument that he's trying to even fucking present.
About that, but they were all socialites. Now they're socialists and anti-Semites.
King of late night, Greg Buttfeld, Omega woke. When did this happen? Dude. Oh, Julian's dad is French Epstein? Yeah, I'm not doing sins of the father here. Trump was friends with John Casablancas and they ran modeling agencies together. Casablancas was friends with Donald Trump and elite model management, represented his daughter Ivanka when she became a fashion model at the age of... Oh my God. Wait. Are you telling me that they're shitting on another Epstein affiliate who happens to be his father? They're shitting on an Epstein affiliate while defending the Epstein affiliate that's the president? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? They're doing the San Francisco Chronicle article. They're literally doing the thing that the San Francisco Chronicle did. Where they were like, oh, you speak out about Israel? Well, guess what? You might have been a victim of Jeffrey Epstein at a certain point. Ha ha! How dare you? Here's some accountability. Here's some accountability, Julian. What the fuck? None of this makes sense. Julian is estranged from his father since he was 8. Okay, but here's the thing. That still doesn't make sense. Because if in your moral system, you're saying Epstein is bad, and all of his affiliates are demonic, which I agree with. That's what I believe, okay? You can't defend the fucking president who's the main Epstein affiliate, okay? I believe that, Greg. You don't. What are you talking about? And it obviously doesn't make sense when you're talking about a dude who was like fucking 8 years old. Tarek, 87 months. Holy moly. Eyvallah, Tarek.
What is another take? Give me another one. These are really good.
You want the most controversial one? American Zionists get the benefits of, white privileged people, but talk like they are black people during slavery.
100% agree. I've never seen something so shocking where they're like, I'm so
oppressed.
I'm an oppressed person. I'm like, you are going to a wedding in Tel Aviv right now when there are 80,000 dead people, and more, 80,000 plus dead people, including women and children, half a mile away.
Kennedy. So, the Jews aren't really targeted by like Hamas or anything because they're
The
just
far
white.
Right, the far left.
Yeah.
Oh, pretty much everyone
Yeah.
who's not a rational person, kind of.
Why? Okay, let me ask you. So you see that other dude, I can't remember, Hasan, whatever his face is, and then you got this guy. It's like, what is behind? Like, they live completely differently than the way they speak. They don't want chaos.
No, absolutely not. And
No,
Julian
we don't. We don't want chaos. No, I don't want chaos. I'm saying chaos is already here. Okay? Chaos is not happening in your neighborhood, Greg Buttfeld. Okay? But chaos is happening to many Americans. Many ordinary Americans in their lives is filled with chaos. Chaos born out of living under the system that is deliberately designed to fuck them over. Chaos exists for them in a permanent basis, and that's precisely the reason why sometimes people flip in that chaos and do decentralized acts of violence, which I don't think is productive or good. That's it. That's the argument that I'm making. I'm saying chaos is already happening. It's just not happening to you, so you literally don't see it, or you're tasked with refusing to see it. You're tasked, you get paid to make it seem like all this chaos that's happening to the poor people is happening on their own volition because of their own moral failing.
Casablancas, he's the lead singer of The Strokes. His band has sucked for a long time. They had a pretty good record in 2020, but everything like the 10 years before, and I'm sure the 10 years after, will be pretty much garbage because he is a Nepo baby who has lost the muse. Yeah. And now he's trying to find relevance by going to the most extreme progressive talking points that he probably cribs from Hasan Piker, who was the guy in the first video that you showed. And the people they're trying to appeal to, like the radicals, they're already there, and they are one hot take away from completely turning their backs on these people. Because the audience that they're going for is incredibly fickle. But also, back to the point about shoplifting. So they interviewed a bunch of people who were on food stamps, who do occasionally go to Whole Foods and take advantage of the sales and, trying to find healthy food. And they're like, if we tried to do that, one woman's like, I'm a black single mom. I would get arrested.
Yeah, no shit. And my point was, that shouldn't happen, okay? My point is, and I mentioned this, but I don't think it made it into the final cut. One of the more egregious aspects of this also is the fact, and I don't know, maybe it was in the video. It's obviously not clipped though. Was one of the more egregious parts about this process is that in the United States of America, you literally have to throw the food out at the end of the day, like bakeries, pastries, baked goods, things that are perishable, they get thrown out instead of being delivered to the people that desperately need it. In other countries, like France, for example, this is illegal, okay? It's illegal not to utilize the food at the end of the day. And the only reason for why that exists is because we have to keep food prices stable. It's for profit, okay? It's yet another glaringly obvious example of American corporations running the system and putting profits over the interests of people. No, it's not fucking liability reasons. That's bullshit. That is a bullshit. That is a bullshit ass reason that corporations have designed the system claim is the reason why they can't give the food out. No, it's to keep prices stable. Because if people know that you can just get free food at the end of the, if you get free food at the end of the day, it's definitely liability reasons. I was on a suit for that a few years ago. Not the only reason. Brother. One, you can literally make it illegal, or you can volunteer. You can revoke your liability. Okay, you can volunteer away your liability if you want to get this fucking food. But once again, is there no liability in France? Why the fuck do they already have this in the law in a place like France, for example, where at the end of the day, your perishable goods are distributed? I'm telling you right now, the whole liability law is designed so they have a good reason to throw the food out instead of giving it away. Not exactly right about France. Someone recently got a sentence to pay a fee because they pick up food from dumpsters and distribute them back to the poor. It's an ongoing evolution, but sure, better than the U.S. Absolutely. That liability law exists so you can point to it to have plausible deniability as a corporation. Okay? Yeah. Bill Emerson, Good Samaritan Act of 1996. We have protections as well, but companies still throw away the food.
They're telling me to go into Whole Foods and steal. And, to Dagan's point, the Fancy Pants lives in a $2.5 million brownstone in Brooklyn. Like, they are rich people who are completely out of touch. And what this guy is saying is also so out of touch, because you're talking about a group of people who are subjected to a genocide, who in this day and age in this city are subjected to talk of genocide constantly. Like, they're worried about genocide. They don't have to compare themselves to anyone.
Wait,
they
what?
have their own unique problems that these guys very convenient.
Are you saying that those who are pro-Israel in the United States of America, I think she's trying to say like Jews, right? She's doing a substitute for American Zionists as like American Jews, right? She just like jumped over that point immediately. But the initial claim being made is those living in the United States of America that are pro-Israel, that are Zionists in the United States of America, it doesn't matter if they're Jews or Christian or even Muslim, right? Like, it doesn't matter what their background is, are presenting themselves as though they are the main victims here because people dunk on them and yell at them for being pro-Israel as Israel's continuing to do a genocide. She's saying the real problem here is that, I'll entertain her argument. I think she's trying to say American Jews are constantly a threat of genocide. Okay? That's an insane argument to make. I'm sorry. That's an insane argument to make. Okay? Even if that is the argument that you're trying to present here, that's a psychotic argument to make. It's fucking delusional. Why are we taking this seriously? Okay? That is just leaning into the hysteria of folks. And guess what? There is real systemic racism that black people face in the current criminal justice system, in the current American design. And if a black person were to come out and say, oh, there's a real genocide happening towards black people, you guys would talk about it endlessly. You would make fun of them. You'd make fun of them endlessly. As a matter of fact, it's probably not that difficult to find Greg Gutfeld doing just that. If I were to search Greg Gutfeld, black victimhood or something like that, I'd probably find a million different clips of Greg talking about how, like, black people, they have the greatest, they're in a profoundly privileged position by simply being here. They should be thankful that, like, white people brought them over here so they can live in the lap of luxury in modernity and Western civilization. All this fucking gross white supremacist bullshit. Meanwhile, you have the audacity to be like, if your argument is American Jews, okay, if that's the argument you're making, you're saying American Jews living in New York, okay, or American Jews living in the United States of America are at any moment, be victim to a genocide, an anti-Jewish genocide? Are you out of your fucking mind? What are we doing? This is literally DEI anti-DEI except for Jewish people. Like from their perspective, from their framework, they're saying like DEI is all fake, gay, wrong, bullshit, except you unironically have to do this comical version of DEI that Republicans present as you know, the Republican framing of DEI, but like sincerely for American Jews. It's unbelievable.
Just turn their back on and will never acknowledge what Hamas has done to Palestine.
Yeah. You know, Tyrus, when you walk into a Walgreens or a CVS, everything is locked up. You know, that's not chaos. That's just more, that's just the hyper security you get.
Well, I'm relieved because I thought that was just a Tyrus thing.
Yeah.
Oh my God. This guy's off the juice. Holy shit. He looks like he dropped 100 pounds, bro. What the hell? Tyrus used to be brolic. What the fuck happened?
Here he comes. Quick. I just have one question. Who washes this?
Yeah.
My God, like, for real, like, the whatever the first thing was.
Yeah.
Was the host the big one?
I couldn't tell.
Because you can't host if you are out of breath when you talk.
Yeah.
She didn't get through the sentence. Did y'all not see that? She acted like she was on a Stairmaster that somebody accidentally put on 10 because she was like, do you guys ever? And then went in right into Star.
It's awesome. Yeah, Kratos, how dare you? That's not Kratos. Don't ever compare Kratos, the dad of war, to fucking this guy who very famously was like, "Oh, can I squeeze your titties? Can I squeeze your titties, please?" To his co-host.
Starbucks voice, you know, when we still, like, you know.
He's the
chud of war. I don't think anyone's watching this, but it's an echo chamber. I don't think no one's like, yo, let's watch the pudgy girl run out of breath while she talks about the dude who thinks he's Matt Walsh and the other chick who can't make up or whatever she did to her face. Is she a clown? What?
The dude who thinks he's Matt Walsh, fucking gross, dude. Oh my God, ew. Ew, you have to be living on a totally separate planet if you think that being compared to Matt Walsh is anything positive.
What the hell happened to her cheeks?
Yeah.
Is that her pregame ritual? I steal. She looks like an angry squirrel.
Yeah, she's...
No, she's Canadian.
Oh, Charlie, Tyrus makes a good point that, like, probably we amplify this more than we probably get more viewers for them.
But I mean, how do you resist? It's so fun. These people are so ridiculous, and it's so fun to make fun of them. I don't think any serious person is listening to any of this crap.
Yeah.
And these guys.
Yeah, if you're talking about the Greg Buttfeld show, then yes, no serious person is listening to that except for us. Now we're listening to it.
On the subway, they're just like mugging for TikTok. They've heard something and they want to sound smart. They want to sound dangerous, so they say stupid stuff. You can have all kinds of reasonable conversations about Israel and you know the war and all that kind of stuff. But this is just, the idea that somehow they're all Israelis are slavers is ridiculous. I also love if that lady, what did you call her? The TikTok lady, the twit gal, the twit chick. If she heard Dagan threatening to come to ours, the only thing she would say is, "What's a sawzall?"
I would say that.
All right, thanks. Damn, dude, that's peak comedy, baby. You already know. That's peak comedy. All right, let's get to some serious news. I know we do mostly fuck Hasan coverage around these parts. Obviously, it's the most important, most consequential news story of all time. We're gonna get to situation monitoring. We're gonna get to Iran. Honestly, also Jeet here had this final take. Honestly, if you want to marginalize Piker, the smart play would be to ignore him. We're in such a fractured media environment that he'd remain prominent in his niche but not have wider visibility. But the reactionary centrists and right-wing liberals can't help themselves. They have an itch, and that they need to keep scratching that itch, so they're elevating Piker by denunciation. It's a strange dynamic. Yeah. I have consistently said over and over again that I don't have this level of emotion that you guys are issuing to me. I don't know why you perceive me as such a major threat, but I'll take it. But they're Streisanding me into oblivion currently. Are you seeing your numbers up since these attacks? Not necessarily. I think, to a certain degree, it has gone up for sure. But I don't really care about my numbers going up regardless. What I do care about is the direction that American politics is heading, right? And there is definitely a little bit of room for excitement there. We have, for the first time ever, a positive trajectory, a positive outlook. You have guys like Abdullah Sayed, Chris Robb, Cori Bush, people that I'm going to be leaning into that have more representative politics, that have a real likelihood of winning their elections, changing the American Democratic Party for the first time into a party that is more responsive to class first politics, more responsive to the politics that revolves around the majority, the real majority, the American working class. So